Hi, this is Daniel from Pioneer Place Ministries. The question today is, why are we called Christians and not Jesusians? You ever thought about that? Most folks haven't. This is actually really important because we don't know why we're called Christians, why it started back in the Antioch church that they were called Christians. If you don't know that, this could be a very key thing in your life as to why you don't have victory in your life. Example. I talk to pastors all the time, and I say, what does the word Christ mean? And generally, they kind of clear their throat a little bit, and some of them really quickly or sort of with some hesitation, they'll say, well, it means Messiah. I say, well, you're heading in the right direction, but no, that's not exactly what it means. A few of them might say it means the anointed one. And then I say, well, you're getting closer, but you're still not there yet. Here's the thing, and this is important to you individually if you call yourself a Christian. The word Christ means he whose head is anointed with oil. He whose head is anointed with oil. You could put oil on your hands. You could put it on your feet. There's various stories about oil being applied. But it means he whose head is anointed with oil. Well, what does that signify? This is very important. The head is where your mind is. The oil is used in lamps. The scriptures talk about that to give light. So, putting this together, he whose head is anointed with oil, remember the head is the mind, the oil is light. He whose head is anointed with oil means he whose mind has light, he whose mind is enlightened. That's an actual King James verse where he talks about being enlightened. We actually need to understand about what this light is. Christ is the light, but we don't even understand what the word Christ means. And then this whole thing about Jesus, Jesus is the Word, Christ is the light of the Word. We are called Christians because we are to have light in our minds, which means understanding. Did you know there's a difference between knowledge, wisdom, and understanding? It's the same difference as there is between a seed, a tree, and a fruit. There's all these triplets everywhere you look in the Bible. Faith, hope, and charity, the way, the truth, the life, 30-fold, 60-fold, 100-fold. Peter, James, and John. It just goes on and on. Ask, seek, and knock, the good and acceptable and perfect will of God, all these triplets. If we don't get to the third of the three triplets, we don't have anything that's lasting. That's what it says about faith, hope, and charity. Faith, hope, and charity. Remember, we are called Christians. We are to be called Christians because we are to have light in our minds. We are to be speaking and knowing from a position of understanding, not knowledge, not just wisdom, but understanding. This is key. Do you want to have the book of Acts happen in your life? Do you want to see it happening? You ever wonder why the church is so weak today? Why a lot of folks feel that we're weak? I'll tell you why. Because we don't have understanding. We have knowledge, which is information. It's a dead seed. It can't give you life. You can parrot it all you want. You can quote it with as much well-meaning sincerity as you want. But these words must be revealed to us individually. It's not something you can learn or study. The true things of God have to be experienced, not taught and learned the way man does it. So, this is just a taste. You know there's a difference between Christ Jesus and Jesus Christ? How about that? I bet most of you thinking about this have never thought, you read that in the scriptures where it talks about Christ Jesus. It's used over 50 times in the New Testament, the phrase Christ Jesus? No, it's not some scribe's error where they interposed or moved around the words accidentally. It has something that's very important. There's Jesus, Jesus Christ, and Christ Jesus, another one of the triplets. These are stages of growth from knowledge to wisdom to understanding. Now, there's a whole bunch more we could talk about this. I hope this has really stimulated some thought in your mind. I believe the church should be weak. We are not meant to be so ignorant and weak. The book of Acts is meant to be happening in your life and in my life. And it happens when we don't parrot the words, but we go beyond knowledge, beyond wisdom, to understanding. He said, get knowledge and get wisdom, but with all you're getting, get understanding. Well, listen, there's a lot more we could share. If you want more to learn more, you can go to our website. It's pioneerinsights.org, pioneerinsights.org, just like it sounds. And we've got a lot of information there. It's not for the spiritually faint of heart. You know, they say if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, you're always going to keep getting the same results. I don't want the same results that I had for decades in the churches. I want to walk not weak. I want to walk in a position where my word is with power. And this can happen today. There's so much more to share. Go to pioneerinsights.org. Go ahead and like and subscribe and do all the internet things. We're just learning how to do this whole internet thing here on social media, etc. We would solicit your contact with us. And if you have skill sets in helping disseminate the message of life, there's a lot more that needs to be shared. The books are being opened. Did you know that God is revealing the final interpretation of the Bible? Wait till you find out what's in store for us. This is really exciting. I'm Daniel. Thanks for joining me. We look forward to hearing from you. Bye-bye for now.